Hello, I'm Von and welcome back to my Let's Play series. This is episode 5. I just want to do a big shout out before we get into it. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed and who watches my videos. I've got a lot of good feedback, some really good creative criticism. I'm going to be getting a new microphone set up soon. Maybe get a new keyboard because this one's really clacky. Yeah, I've not done much in this world, so I think today I want to work on let's go for an iron farm because my iron supply is getting low and so is my armor. I don't have enough. So yeah, let's get to it. So we started off with going down to that cave with the mine next to the XP farms, and I lit the place up. There were so many mobs down there. Honestly, it was awful. I almost got killed by some skelly men a few times, and this particular horde of zombies here. They were pretty tough cookies, but I managed to get them in the end. Fought off some silverfish while I was gathering some flint so I can make some fletching tables. Managed to get 4 diamonds, I think it was in total, including that one that was there the last time. So I made the fletching tables, and then the great wooling began so that I could make 20 beds. Once I had all of that, I just needed to pick a spot and off we go. So the plan here is basically to clear out the space so you have room for a 5x5 square, and then you dig down 8 blocks. That's the design that I'm used to making, and it has worked in the past. It is a little bit slow, and you have to place the beds in a very particular order to make sure they all fit, which you can see me doing here. And then once they were in, it was time to get the villagers. You need to get them in and breed them. This guy, he was a good villager. He was the best of villagers. He did everything right. He followed all those blocks. He wanted the job. He was a good boy. And we got him in the hole eventually in the little boat. Honestly, he was the best villager. Because guess what happened with the next guy? He was awful. Absolutely dreadful. It took me over an hour to get one villager back into this little hole. Oh, God, yeah, here, look at this guy, okay? He gets in, walks straight past the boat. Okay, yeah, I'll get a Fletcher job, but I'm not going to get in your boat. No. And then do you know what he did? He decided, I don't want to be a Fletcher anymore, and he just kept walking off. It took me 3 Minecraft days to get him to actually listen. Honestly, I was so stressed, but eventually we got him in the boat, got him back, and we booped him into the hole. Now, once we've got the villagers in there, you've got to put the rest of the work in. So hoppers, signs that you can put some lava in between, water, and everything then will flow down into a chest. So you can see me putting the chest in there, trying to feed the villagers so they breed, and showing how it works here with the iron golem. And, it's a great design, it worked. But for some reason, the villagers kept doing this. Okay, I've built this design. The idea is there's 20 beds under here, and then the villagers are all Fletchers, and you get 20 villagers, and then golem should spawn up top. I have had so much trouble with these villagers. They keep doing this thing where they sleep in the beds regardless of whether there's, blocks on top of not, and it killed most of my children. But I have managed to get it working. There was one that spawned, so I know it does work. But I have worked out if I leave the middle line open and I just put slabs down, they do seem to be able to get out of there. At this point, I was so fed up with the villagers, I got that mod where you can pick them up and put them in your inventory. And I'm so glad I did because it is the best. Honestly, I love it. I should have got it earlier. So I went on another adventure because I realised I'm going to have to probably build a different type of iron farm. It's just not working. While I was on my ventures, I found a couple of other villages. There was a few bits and bobs that I yoinked, more hay just to keep me going. And yeah, I mean, I needed a break at this point. It was an absolute nightmare trying to get these villagers to work, trying to get them to do as they're told, just trying to get them to breed and not die, you know. It was intense, so I took a break and then finally got home to start building the next bit. Okay, so this design of farm is one I've tried before and it kind of worked. Excuse you. I am trying to record here. Shoo. Right. Yeah, so this is one I've built before and it kind of worked. It was a little bit dodgy, but you know, it was working. Now, it was kind of working on this, but then I realised the golems weren't spawning in here consistently and I didn't know why, so I was hearing zombies but not seeing any, and I looked at the map and they were all underneath, so what I did was I dug down and stupidly built it on top of a cave. So I have tried to fill it in, but it was just too big, so I gave up and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to build a different design in a different spot and hope that it, you know, that it works. But it's just a lump of failure.
The next day.
So here we have it, the finished iron farm. As you can see, I've built this structure around it just to make it look a little bit prettier. I'm not keen on the cobblestone, but it was, you know, an item I had to hand that was, you know, in enough quantity to basically build this thing. And what happens is there's a bunch of villagers stuck up here. I'll show you those in a second. And that means that golems spawn above here, and there's water, and they'll flow into the middle and down a chute. And at the bottom of the chute, we have lava and campfires. And hopefully any second now a golem will fall down and we can watch how it works. So yeah, here we have an iron golem has fallen down. The lava and the campfires are taking care of it, shall we say. And then, yeah, the iron gathers in this box here. As you can see, I've already got a stack and a half here and all this, the poppies as well. So that's working quite nicely, which is really good considering the fact that I don't have my leggings anymore. They broke and I didn't have enough iron. So I'll now be able to make some more, which is handy. So yeah, basically there's this, just an empty room really. I might put some bits and bobs in here. But if we go out this door and up these stairs, you can see where the villagers are. They're in these little rooms here. There should be 5 in each one, but I didn't breed enough, and I had so much trouble getting villagers, which is why I've added the mod where you can pick them up. So yeah, once all your villagers are in, I think it's something like 70% of all villagers need to be at a workstation, and then that meets the requirements for an iron golem. I think you can hear one slowly burning to death in the background there. And I think the concept is you have 20 villagers and it doubles the amount of golems that will spawn. The more villagers, the more golems. I think it's 1 per 5 or something, or 1 per 10. I don't know the rules. I don't follow it that closely. I just followed a tutorial. I'll link the description in the description so that you can follow the same one. This is definitely the best iron farm I have built. The other versions I've seen, they just don't work well for me at all. Not a fan. Really not a fan. So it's a giant pink tower with a murdering machine inside, which is, great. So thanks for watching, everyone. This has been a bit of a struggle this week. I've not had much chance to play, and obviously with the first iron farm not working and having to build the second one, it's been a bit of a struggle, and hopefully things will improve again next week. I feel more confident each time I record, each time I play. So thanks so much again for your support, and hope to see you next time. Cheerio!